morning! So this has been quite a good month for retro gaming. I found quite a few deals online and at my local thrift store or Salvation Army type store. So first off we'll go through what I got online. We got like kind of like an eBay thing here, but only for Sweden. So there was this guy who was selling a lot of video games. So I picked up a few for like between $1 and $2. So yeah, first up we will start with some Super Nintendo games. I got Tiny Toon Busters Loose. So I haven't tried any of these games yet, so we'll see if they're any fun. And we got some weird kind of game. It looks really weird. It's Pluck. I think it's Pluck or Pluck, something like that. So we'll see if that's any fun. Then we got a nice collection of Nintendo 64 games. I got Fighter's Destiny. I got Shadow Man. This is one of the games I had originally when I had my Nintendo 64, and I didn't I played it a lot, but I didn't get anywhere because it's really confusing where to go and everything and what to do. But we'll see if I can get anywhere with it this time around, so I'm really happy to get that again. Then we got one of my favorite racing games on the N64, and that is San Francisco Rush. I really like this game with all the bonus cars you could get, whether it was like a hot rod and a Formula 1 car and all the secret paths and everything. So that's kind of fun, so I'm happy to get that again. Lastly, I got a game that I never had, and the only time I played it was at a demo station when they first had it in the store. And that was like, what was that, like 20 years ago or something? Yeah, something like that. So I got Body Harvest, and if I'm not mistaken, this is the same guys who went on to do the Grand Theft Auto. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. It was recommended by Matt Zine over at Reckless Eating, so I picked it up. It was only $1. Oh, I paid $2 for that one. Then we got some Sega Mega Drive, or what do you call it, Genesis in the United States. So we got X Mutant, which I'm guessing is based on a Marvel comic, but I'm not entirely sure, but I'm gonna test it and see if it's any good. Then we got the Genesis version of Home Alone. I know the Angry Video Game Nerd did a bit about this, but I'm looking at the back here and this doesn't look anything like the NES version, so I'm hoping this is better, so yeah. And lastly we got I think it's a fighting game. Yeah, it's a fighting game. So we got Eternal Champions. So yeah, it looks, it looks cool, but you'll never know with these fighting games. So let's see here. This one is not. Is any of these complete? No, it's only the games. Yeah, every single one of these are just the games and not the manual, so that kind of sucks, but I'm happy to at least get the box. I don't like buying loose cartridges of Sega Mega Drive games, so it looks kind of cool on the bookshelf, so yeah. Last thing I got from the same guy is a transfer pack for the N64. Now all I gotta get is the Pokemon Stadium games. He was selling those as well, and they got rather cheaply. The only problem is they were in German. You could probably still play them and play the mini games, but I think the attacks and everything is kind of hard to understand. So 2 weeks ago I went to my, like I said, to my local thrift store or Salvation Army type store, And they got a whole box full of PlayStation 1 games, mostly first-person shooter games, and they were selling out for $1 a piece. So that is like the best thing I have ever seen in like those kinds of stores, because when you usually find PlayStation 1 games, they go for like $4 or $5. So yeah, so I got quite a nice collection here. I think I bought I'm going to buy like 11 games or something. So all of these are, no, there's one of them who's not complete, but all these others are complete. And they're not scratched or anything, they're mint condition. And the boxes are really nice. There's one or two of them who's a little cracked, but overall they're really nice. So first up we get Duke Nukem 3D. Really happy to get this because I do have the N64 version and the PC version. So all I'm missing is the Sega Saturn version, because this is the best first-person shooter game I have ever played. So I want to get that too, just to complete the collection. And then we got a really heavy one. We got Starfighter 3000, and I think it is a space shooter, but in 3D. Kind of like, when I look on the back, it kind of reminds me of like Star Fox or something, so that's kind of cool to check out. Then we got a game that I thought was really weird, because I searched for it online and I didn't find anything, so I thought it was a really rare game, but in the States and everywhere else except Europe, it has another name called Power Slave. So I got Exhumed, and this box art is much cooler than the American version. So yeah, it looks kind of cool. Like it's a first-person shooter with Egyptian theme. Then we got a racing game. I got Ridge Racer, the first one. So yeah, that was kind of cool. It's complete. We got another racing game called Burning Road. Again, I haven't tried any of these yet, so we'll see. This one has a little crack underneath, but yeah. Then we got, this is the only one who is not complete. It does miss the manual, but yeah, this is a really cool box art too. It's Disruptor, and yeah, it looks kind of cool. Like you played like a giant robot or something. Next up, we got another first-person shooter game. We got Hexen. I have seen... Who was it who did this? Was it Happy Video Game Nerd? Yeah, I think so. So, yeah, it looks kind of cool. I have seen some gameplay footage of it. Then we got... No, actually, this doesn't have the manual either. Which is kind of shame, because it's a very popular game. It's Quake 2. So, yeah. Cool. Then we got another game. It's G-Police. And this is also a flying type shooter game. Looks kind of cool. Try it out. Then we got... I've seen some gameplay of this and it looks really weird. Like, the gameplay I've seen of this reminds me of a N64 game which I had before called Forsaken, which you're a spaceship that travels around and blasting things. So I got Tunnel B1. I have no idea what this is, so kind of cool to try. Lastly, we got Nightmare Creatures. Like, I've heard a lot about this game, so it would be kind of cool to try it. And yeah, it's complete and everything. Got this thick manual. Like, one thing I find really cool about like European releases of PlayStation games is that they all do have this thick box, and in the States most PlayStation 1 games that only have a single disc comes in like this CD case. So yeah. nice stack of games. So yeah, that's it for what I got this month, but I will be going back there once I get some more money again and see if they've got anything new. Oh yeah, I got one more thing. I thought, yeah, I bought a lot of PlayStation 1 games. I think they do work in a PlayStation 3, but I wanted to get this just because, and it was cheap, and it was only $6, and I got a PlayStation 1. So I have both the big version and the slim version now. So yeah, for $6, it was okay. I haven't tried it out to see if it works, but I think it does. It has a sticker on the back that says it has been fixed, so yeah, why not? And it was complete with controllers and cords and everything, and for $6 you can never go wrong. So yeah, that's what I got for this month with my retro gaming. Again, my retro collection continues to grow. This year I am planning to build upon it. So yeah, we'll see what I get next time. See ya.